Hi there, welcome to the Guitar Show. It's Ramon Goose here. Today we're going to do something really interesting. We're going to be trying out two different pickups, both made by Mojo pickup, great guy called Mark, who's based here in the UK, and in my opinion makes some of the best pickups around today, and he sort of focuses on reproductions. These particular pickups are called out of phase PAFs, so they're kind of the PAF style, so vintage kind of winding. And one of them's got a magnet flip, which we're going to look at first, and then we're going to talk about the other one. So let's just have a look at this guitar here. This is a Daniel's guitar, replica of a burst. Now this was a prototype that I persuaded Darren, who's a maker, the builder, to lend me. And I know one day he's going to ask for it back, but I hope it's not too soon. So let's go into the neck pickup and let's just listen to the sound. Say for example, I'm going to play a Peter Green song. So that's the sound of the neck pickup, and everything's full on. Right now we're going to move it now into the in-between position. Now a lot of people actually, if you watch some of the other videos that are around, they suggest taking one of the volume controls down, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, but just let's have everything flat out. Okay, so that is the pickups with everything kind of flat out. Now what we're going to do is what you can see a lot of people doing, where we just take one of these volumes down a little bit and it kind of brings the volume up on the overall sound. So let's just try. We're going to take the bridge down just a little notch, and you can kind of hear, if you listen, actually kind of gets louder. So let's try that same song. Okay, let's just try another song so you can kind of get the flavour of this pickup. Okay, so that was everything maxed. Let's do the same thing again. Let's just, if I play a chord, you see it's just popped out. So let's play that same song with the bridge pickup wound down a little bit. Okay, so let's move on to the other Les Paul, where I've got a slightly different pickup. Okay, so here I am with my other Les Paul. This is actually a Japanese-made ESP guitar. It's a replica, a very good replica of a Les Paul. It's slightly kind of more modern feel to it, so the sound between these two guitars is a little bit different. So I want to talk about this pickup here in particular. I made a video actually a couple of weeks ago about Peter Green's guitars and his amplifiers, and when doing research for that video I discovered that the pickup was repaired in some kind of a music store here in England. If you go and watch that video, you're going to sort of hear me talking about it. So I kind of asked Mark, can you make me a pickup as Peter Green apparently had his repaired, which was basically, it wasn't a magnet flip like the last pickup, it was a rewinding in the reverse, and also he was using 4-mile wire, which is a different grade of wire. Okay, so this is, whether or not that story is true or not, we don't know, but it quite possibly is. So this pickup really here is to replicate as humanly possible a copy of Peter Green's pickup in his famous Greeny burst. Okay, so let's just play everything's full on. Let me just play you the neck pickup on its own. This is on the neck position. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the middle position now with everything kind of maxed out. Okay, so let's now just do the situation where we got the bridge volume control. I'm going to just take that down. So let's just play a chord. Okay, let's max it out again. Let's play that other sort of tune, because that's quite a cool tune for really hearing it. Okay, so let's just take that bridge down a little bit and play the same thing again. So it's kind of more subtle. It's a little bit more subtle. It's not so full on as the magnet flip. So the coil kind of reverse coil modification. It's yeah, like I said, it's not so more subtle. It's not so in your face. But there's kind of more to work with. It's more of a kind of a beautiful tone, you know. Let's play a bit of albatross with it. Okay, so in conclusion, let's just talk about the pickups. Now, there is a bit of bloom when you bring out the. So there is actually a little bit of a bloom when you bring out the bridge pickup. It just sounds. I would say it's more subtle, and it's also fatter. It's a fatter tone, and as well as being subtle. But you still get that bloom when you roll off the bridge pickup. Now, when I first heard it, I thought, oh, you're not getting any bloom, but you actually are. It's just that it's kind of a bit. Everything's more subtle with it. It's kind of. You know, I would say that it's actually, you know, if. It's quite chimey as well. It's got a quite. So I'm going to max everything out, and if you just listen to playing some chords. So you can, I think it's really cool. I'm really liking it. So yeah, it's going to stay in this guitar. And this is kind of going to be my Peter Green sort of style. I still like the other pickup though. I think it's still got certainly I've got use for that. I mean, it's more direct, and sometimes, you know. So in conclusion, with these two pickups, you know, I think the best thing to do is maybe, you know, check out this video and then go back and listen to Peter Green or Gary Moore, obviously, and now Kirk Hammett, who's got it. You know, maybe listen to, you know, some of those tones, and then, you know, maybe compare it to what you heard in this video, and then you can kind of see which pickup is it. Is it the magnet flip or is it the reverse wind? Me personally, I'm still not sure, because I'm kind of hearing both. Sometimes, you know, when I hear Gary Moore playing the Peter Green Les Paul and he puts everything full on, it can sound really nasally and really thin. But when I hear Peter Green playing it, however, it sounds more like this one. So I'm not sure if that's because of Gary Moore's Marshall amps or whatever. So I think, me personally, I'm enjoying this, the winding, reverse winding pickup more than the magnet flip, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, leave some comments. Tell me what you're thinking. You know, which pickup do you think was the original Peter Green style pickup? And yeah, let me know any ideas for some future videos. Until then, see you on the road. Take care.